Hey, beautiful. I hope you're all doing amazing today. And I'm not even gonna lie, the updates I've got today, some of these genuinely surprised me. Also, there is a monthly pass giveaway. All you have to do is like and comment. First thing, this comes from the NTE offline test, and you might not believe this at first. Akane is basically confirmed to be playable in future patches. And I know some of you have been waiting for her, so tell me, were you expecting her this early or not? And it doesn't stop there. Apparently, the devs already have characters planned all the way up to version 2.2. Like, they are way ahead right now. But don't worry, this doesn't mean everything is finalized. Designs, details, and other things can still change any time before release. That's completely normal. Games like Genshin, Wuthering, and Zenless do this all the time. It's basically how they keep updates coming smoothly later on. Still though, version 2.2 already in planning? That's kinda crazy. Now the next update. I'm actually really curious what you think about this. There's a mention of a social app feature coming into the game. They didn't explain much, but just imagine this for a second. An in-game social media app where you can post photos, maybe videos, interact with stuff. How would you actually use something like that? Because honestly, if they do it right, this could be really fun. Now, this next part changes the vibe a little. They've hinted that future horror levels and minigames are being developed. So yeah, we're probably getting more dark storylines, creepier quests, maybe even some intense events. And I don't know about you, but I actually love when games go a bit darker. It just makes everything feel more interesting. At the same time, more minigames are coming too. So it's not all horror, don't worry. And finally, for the updates, more collabs are coming. Now this is where things can get really exciting. If they go for something big and global, like what Wuthering Waves did with Cyberpunk, yeah, NTE could go to a whole different level. So tell me, what collab would you want to see? Alright, now let's get into the part I know most of you are here for, the characters. So recently, a list from the first NTE CBT started circulating, and it includes a bunch of characters with numbered files. Now, just to explain this simply, these were data mined. And if you've played gacha games before, you probably already know this. When characters have numbered files like that, it usually means they're being worked on or planned to be playable at some point. Of course, nothing is 100% guaranteed. Things can change, and yeah, sometimes characters don't release at all. But still, there's a really good chance we'll see a lot of them in future updates. Starting with Blackbird, I mean, come on, I don't even need to say much here. She's already one of the most hyped characters right now. She works inside the witch house, she's connected to the Igish court, and based on early speculation, she might be an S-rank chaos unit. Then we've got Akane again, and yeah, her chances of getting a banner are really high now. She used to be part of the ban lines, and the interesting part is that her voice actor has already appeared in an official video. And usually, when that happens, the character isn't too far away, so I wouldn't be surprised if she comes sooner than we expect. Next is Alphard, the director of the Bureau of Anomaly Control. We haven't seen her in combat yet, but let's be real, someone in that position, she's definitely strong. Then we've got Shinku and Aroy from CSU Division 2. Both of them appeared in the trailer, which is usually a pretty strong hint that they'll be playable at some point. Same thing with the ETD6 platoon group. You've got Nitsa, Linko with Xiaojin, Exi, who honestly has one of the coolest designs, and Elims. And then Zonku. I know she's a boss right now, but come on, we've all seen how this goes. Boss characters becoming playable later is basically a tradition at this point. And since she's part of the Scarlet Letter, she already has that strong presence in the story. And finally, we've got Mismo, Otro, and Toshi. Mismo and Otro run Pawn Moonlight, and even though we don't have a lot of details yet, they're definitely characters to keep an eye on. So yeah. Overall, a lot of these characters have a really solid chance of showing up sometime after version 1.1 or in future updates. And honestly, the future roster is looking stacked. Anyway, that's everything for now. Now I actually want to hear from you. Which character are you most excited for? Let me know, and if more updates drop, I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.